All right, we have another Civic Si here, also known as the EP3. It's amazing we just did one of these. We don't see these cars very often. Now I've had two back to back. Well, this car has the factory exhaust on it with the dual tips. We're building a custom exhaust for this, and he wants to keep the dual tip look. See, it has a pretty large cutout here, so if you put a single tip in there, it's not going to fill that area. It's not going to look quite right. Factory exhaust obviously is pretty tiny. It's got a resonator here. How hot is this? You kind of see. I mean, look at this. I can get my thumb and pinky finger around there. So we're going to build the exhaust, come right off this flange here, and make this a true 2.5. This is probably about 1 7/8 inches. I'm guessing. Looks like a little bit larger here. Looks like it goes into 2 inch over here. So let's get started. So I want to give you a size comparison. This is the stock exhaust. This is just cut it so we could get a diameter here. We're not saving it. This is 2.5. See the difference there? So this, I'll get an exact measurement for you, but visually, I mean, that's pretty big, right? So this is a K series. It's not the hot K series, but it still does require more airflow than this exhaust once you start modifying it. And of course the sound is going to get a little bit deeper, so it should sound the way he's looking as well. So with the larger diameter, it should increase the sound. He wants it to be a little bit deeper. We're going to be putting a muffler with the two tips, obviously a straight through muffler. I want to replace this resonator with one slightly longer, a 2.5 inch in and out, which is right here. Again, 100% stainless. All right, so the stock tips we were trying to replicate, and this is the closest thing we could find from MagnaFlow. And as you see, the tip spacing, tip diameter is identical. I actually like these better because they've got a bit of a slash cut where the other ones were straight. This is the MagnaFlow. It's a fully polished muffler. It's a straight through. They have one of the nicest sounds, and what I like about them is they're 100% stainless, which means the core is stainless. A lot of the aftermarket mufflers, the can is stainless, which is this part. This will be stainless, and then the inner part will be mild steel, which means it starts rusting from the inside out over years with the moisture. This won't do that.
There's one more restriction in the EP3 exhaust worth noting. This is right after the resonator where it goes into the tailpipe of the car. I'm going to set this down here and let's see what the internal diameter of that little pipe is. It is 1 3/8 inches. It's fairly small. So there is tons of restriction in this exhaust.
Over the weekend, the rematch was even closer than the first encounter.
Yeah.
They called last week. They really wanted him to call back. He's one of the guys that I said really wanted to call back.
Was it John Brudick guy?
No, it's Terry. He has a 2019 Civic Si. Lunch? The George?
Sure. Something like that.
The George is a Panera special, by the way.
Yes, yes.
I'll just take my regular.
You're gonna take the John?
Take the John. If they still have the ingredients to make it.
Oh, yeah. They didn't last time.
What is the...
Extra tomatoes now.
Yeah.
No. They didn't have the fruit.
It's the fruit that we're looking for, not the tomatoes. Tomato is not fruit. A fruit is not a tomato.
Is a fruit.
It's not anything. It's terrible.
It's not your fruit.
It's not fruit. It's terrible. You know, there's still so many cables and pedals and stuff to mess around with. If we could get a Bluetooth pedal and a Bluetooth ground, we would have it made, wouldn't we?
Yeah. And I'm sure no one's asking, why am I wearing John's helmet all the time?
Oh yeah, you want to tell us about your helmet?
Mine just doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, this isn't very old. I think I bought it for George as kind of like a perk gift.
December 2013, I was told by Miller.
2013. Yeah, I don't remember if that's when we bought it or that's when the company I bought it from, but yeah, he used my helmet, we shared the helmet, and it's kind of like a perk. I went, hey George, look, I just bought your new helmet, the new Digital Elite, and we've tried putting a couple of different batteries in. One thing that Miller says is you have to use the Panasonic battery, which we tried, and it doesn't work, it doesn't fix it.
Done that, done the reset, and it's like patchy. I mean, it goes dark, it's like real dark in one corner, light in one corner, and then it'll just turn off, or it'll be too dark but you can't see anything.
So it's very frustrating because we're a big fan of Miller. I mean, we have several Miller welders, and now George has to share mine, which means I have a really big head, George has a little head, so every time we swap screens, rather than welding, we're adjusting the screen. So the Miller machine does a good job though.
Yeah, it's great.
Alright, so it's all done. Take a look, see what you think. So again, it's 100% stainless, it's fitting up tight in the frame. V-band right there so it can come apart, the axle, and again the muffler with the twin tips. It suits the car perfect because these are one of the few cars now that come with two tips. Go. Sounds pretty deep.
It's good.
It's not too loud either. Being in the shop, it's pretty good.
No, in here, it's not noisy here at all.
No.